Hello and welcome to my channel. I wanted to make a quick video about how to boss rush. So there is several strategies you can use to boss rush, but most of the time the best strategy is just to get as much map duplication as you can. There's the synthesis maps that you can get from boss rushing. These are like some examples of the synthesis maps, like a set of 4 maps. As well as the Cortex maps. You can also get the Conqueror, Elder, and Shaper maps from boss rushing. Obviously, the main strategy for boss rushing is just you start the map, you go straight to the boss, you kill the boss, and you get the loot and you head out. You don't actually need to kill any enemies in the map. This is an example of the gear like the kind of loot I could get from a boss rush. These two items I got, like the Divine Orbs and the Crimson Jewel, I actually dropped them from King in the Mist because basically I found King in the Mist in one of my rushes because I always go underground. It's the Affliction League mechanic. I always go underground in the Viridian Wildwoods and search for King in the Mist or Black Morrigan because they actually sell for so much on TFT. It's 1 divine per person. So I just search for them. If I find them, I just sell them and ditch the map actually. So when you kill bosses at the end of the map, you have a really high chance with the correct atlas, of course, which I'm basically gonna show, to drop influence maps. Influence maps basically include all these maps, like for the 4 set of Conqueror maps and the 4 set of Elder maps, the 4 set of Shaper maps. There's also the unique maps, which I previously discussed, the synthesis maps, and as well the Cortex map. This is not part of a set basically, but it's just really expensive. The best drop you can get probably is really expensive. So for the runs I did, like last rotation, I did 1 set of Elder maps, which are these maps, and then I did Maven, like the Maven Invitation, the Twisted. I actually always do it this way. I run 4 maps and it has to be with a Maven witness. If Maven is not witnessing, it's not worth doing. And then straight after I'll do the Twisted Invitation. Then that actually resets like the runs, and then I'll do the next set and so on. Usually it's very profitable because you get a lot of Crescent Splinters. Obviously you get the fragments, which you can bulk sell on TFT. And you get the extra maps, of course, and you can drop an Orb of Conflict, which is this one. Currently sits at 144C or something, and also you can drop the Awakened Gems, of course. So concerning the fragments you can get, I usually sell these, like the Elder fragments. I sell them in bulk on TFT, but actually run those. You can technically sell those, but I like to run them because they give Fragment of Knowledge, of course, and they can the boss can drop an Orb of Dominance. I always do Uber Shaper anyway, and you can drop his gloves. You can drop the flask, Dying Sun, which is obviously super expensive. Basically 1 divine, which is not bad. Basically I'll keep running Shaper until I run out of fragments, and then that will obviously only give me 2 of these 4 fragments. I'll buy the rest and I'll sell all of them TFT in bulk. And whenever I get like 10 or 20 Maven Writs, I'll also sell them in bulk on TFT. And it's just super profitable. The invitations that you can sell include only the Elder Slayers. I always sell Elder Slayers because I am only running sets of Shaper maps, sets of Elder maps, and also sets of Synthesis maps. I do not run the Conqueror maps because they're actually very expensive. So it just feels like I'm not making enough money from the Conqueror maps as a boss rush strat. So I always just sell them on TFT in bulk because they just give way more money. It's just a hassle to do these without, and people just buy them, I guess, just to juice their maps because they have extra enemies. So if you corrupt these maps and get them to like 130% item quantity, and you put like Beyond on them, you just get so much pack size in that map, and you can almost always drop good loot if you probably juice it basically. I also sell these Cortex maps in bulk, but obviously I don't sell the synthesis maps because I run them in sets. So the most important takeaway is just to know what costs more than what, and like what sets you can sell, what sets you shouldn't sell. Like obviously you can sell all of them, but some sets are just worth running. To me, I just see it that way. I just see that running shapers, like these shaper sets, is much more profitable than running these, because I just almost never get a Watcher's Eye, and even if I do get one, it just sucks. So concerning the Atlas, this is my Atlas. There are some takeaways from it. This Atlas actually sucks because the ultimatum is just not worth it. Like, there's no reason to put ultimatum in boss rush. I'm just messing around with the Atlas, but I'll put some atlases in the description to show kind of like what kinds of Atlas you can go for when you're doing boss rush. But this one actually works too. Like it's okay. So the most important things for me, at least, is the heist points. These are the points for the Atlas. This is how the heist. This is how I put them. I guess having level 3 jobs is. I actually don't know much about this one. You can go for 4 or 5. I don't know if it matters that much, but the high value sometimes is important because you can get high value on like some of the regular contracts, which I will kind of explain. And they sell for much more. So you can actually remove ultimatum from this tree, and the most important points are the ones for heist, obviously, and duplication, map duplication, which are like it's very important to know where the map duplication points are. It's basically this lower part of this arch and the connections in between. There are 2 points on each side of the circle, and then there are 2 points at the top. 2 points at the top here, like right side and left side. There's also this large chunk, like on the left side, and a large chunk on the right side. These are all the map duplication parts. Aside from that, there's the quantity. I like to get quantity because I guess it affects map drops, but you can obviously like remove them if you know otherwise. Like, I'm not super knowledgeable. There's also the increased effect of modifiers, very important. And there's this is probably important for getting better loot from the final bosses. There's also the influence kind of thing, the chance to drop Conqueror maps, chance to drop Shaper and Elder maps here, and chance to drop Synthesis maps here. At the top middle though, these are the most important points in the tree. Destructive play, obviously super important because this allows Maven, because you're witnessing all your maps anyway, you're getting witness on all your maps. Maven will summon 1 to 3 extra bosses, so you can have up to 4 bosses in your final boss fight in each map, which is basically like almost guaranteed. You guarantee that you're actually gonna drop an influence maps maybe 90% of the time. There's also the invitation chance, which is super important because these can drop the twisted, the formed, and whatnot, which all cost a divine at this point. The heist points that are important. This one is very important actually, because this one gives you a chance to have a blueprint that is fully revealed. And I think there is one point that makes it, this one makes it so you have additional smugglers caches. So people really underestimate these caches. It's like 20C for each deception contract, which is huge. The blueprints sell for 40C maybe. The revealed blueprints, depending on like the amount of revealed wings, could be 3 or 4. 3 sells for a divine and a half probably, and 4 sells for a 2.2 divines, which is huge. My main recommendation for this strat is just to sell everything on TFT. Like, if you wanna make money from this, you wanna bulk sell most of your stuff on TFT. So basically, as I said, you just get 20 fragments or 10 fragments sets, and you just sell all of them on TFT. it's just gonna make you so much money. For the maps you sell are the Conqueror maps again, and the Cortex map, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Obviously, at the start of the league, you're not gonna have enough points to spec all of this, so you could do some things to work around for, like, work your way towards doing boss rush, like, because obviously you don't have any gear at the start of the league and you just need some money. There's two really safe ways to make money, but they're kind of complicated, so I might I mean they're not really complicated, just some people see them as complicated, so I don't know. They're basically Alpha and June, which I do every single league. Every single league I play, I just have to do Betrayal and Incursions. They just make you so much money because I guess not a lot of people do them, and just like it's just so simple once you understand the concept. So for those, I can make like a separate video or something if people request it. It's just super easy to, like, it's like if statements and like stuff like that concerning both of them, and it just clicks with me. So yeah, basically for Alva you want certain chambers to be there in your temple, and you just pull out the temple and sell it. For June, you want to put certain people in certain like places, which are basically transportation and stuff. Transportation, intervention, research, and all that stuff. So it's simple, like, to understand, but like, people get confused, I guess, from concepts like what to do in certain situations and stuff like that, but I can probably explain it in a different video. But yeah, so the most important points again is like map duplication, the influence maps, destructive play, and probably the heist. Essence you can put, depends on how strong you are at the start of the league, but yeah, essence is just, it's super good to sell essence in bulk, because it's just like, if you know how to corrupt essences and stuff, it's just insane. But yeah, that's it. I'll just put an example run, I guess. I like to do SRS because, like, my poison SRS, because it always just works for boss rush and it's also versatile for other stuff. So I'll just show an example right now as to, like, how this run happened, because obviously I didn't make 3 crescent splinters from this run. I made 6, but it's just I stacked them in my storage and now I can't unstack them because some dumbass movement from me. But yeah, I'll just show a full rotation of Elder and how you can make this kind of rotation work.